Hey guys, it's DT back on the channel for all you LEGO fans out there. Today we are taking a look at the brand new LEGO Optimus Prime. You guys know I'm a big Transformers fan and I have been waiting for a set like this for close to 40 years. So it's nice to see that Hasbro teamed up with LEGO to bring us this official Transformers product. I've been a big Transformers fan ever since they came out in the 80s. I've unboxed some pretty huge detailed statues. I've got a bunch of Transformers comics in my collection. If you guys want to see more, I'm going to be doing them over on my other channel, DT's Geek Show. So make sure if you're not subscribed, head over there and subscribe. This is set 10302. It's 1,508 pieces and recommended for ages 18 and up. We've got a nice picture of Optimus here on the front, and not only does it make a great standing figure, but the model also converts into truck mode. Let's take a look at the back of the box, and it shows Optimus transforming right here. It looks like we also get a few accessories. We have the Optimus Prime nameplate, we have the Matrix of Leadership, an Energon Cube, an Energon Axe, and of course Optimus Prime's ion cannon. He also comes with a jetpack. In robot form, this model stands 35 centimeters or 13.5 inches tall and 18.5 centimeters or 7 inches wide. If you guys saw my LEGO store shopping video, you'll know I picked this one up in person. It looks like LEGO made quite a few of these because they are still in stock on the website, and the last I checked, they still had stock in the store as well. So without further ado, let's open this up and see what we get. It comes in one of these dreaded boxes where you have to push and rip the box apart. So let's see how many bags we get. We got a bag 4, bag 10, bag with 6 wheels, bag 5, bag 1, bag 2, bag 8, bag 6, bag 5, bag 7, bag 9, bag 3, a little piece of paper. And this is just a little paper saying how they are switching to more sustainable packaging. Maybe that's why they did away with the tape, although there is still plenty of plastic in these bags. And then we have our instruction manual, and it looks like we have a little sticker sheet as well. All right, so they're cutting back on plastic, but they put the instruction manual in plastic instead of just leaving it loose. But here we have a very nice instruction manual, square bound, and here we have senior designer Joseph Patrick Kyde. In the back, we have a full transformation guide. Enough talking, it's time to roll out. All right guys, so after several decades of waiting, I finally have a transformable LEGO Optimus Prime. Let's take a closer look. So I think this model looks fantastic. It reminds me so much of that G1 Optimus Prime figure that I had as a kid. I think the proportions on this one are a lot better than that original toy. This guy's got several points of articulation. We can rotate his wrists. His hands are sort of in a mitten shape with 3 of his fingers being attached and moving as one unit. He's also got a little thumb here. His arm bends at the elbow and can rotate as well. Same thing with his shoulders. You can move them up and down. And because it transforms, you can also rotate it this way as well. His head can turn side to side, look up or down, spin it all the way around. His chest opens up to reveal the Matrix of Leadership. We've got these 2 little pieces holding it in there by friction. It doesn't actually snap in, so it's easy to take out and put back. We have these pieces here on the bumper on his waist that can kind of move, and you can also bring them out to the side. His legs are able to turn at the knee, allowing his lower leg to turn out or turn in. He's got the ability to point his toes and also rotate them a bit, allowing his feet to stay flat on the ground, even when you separate his legs apart. Something I thought was cool was that they put these little rubber ends here on his heels. I guess that prevents him from sliding around on slick surfaces. On the back, we've got this cool removable jetpack. We've got the nice printed Autobot insignia, some transparent orange pieces to represent some fire, and this whole thing is removable. However, if you do remove it, there's nothing really to replace the back, so you're probably gonna wanna keep it on. Just snaps in there with these two little clips. You're also able to position the rockets. You probably wanna have them out to avoid burning his tires here. Of course, we have Optimus Prime's iconic Ion Blaster. This itself was a pretty cool build. He doesn't actually grip it in his hands, but you can see there are two studs here on his forearm that we connect to this piece on the cannon. Definitely my choice of weapon, but in case you want to try something else, we have the Energon Axe. In order to use it, we have to remove his hand. There is a little place for the rod. The single-sided blade of this axe coming out of his arm like this. It just seemed a little bit front heavy. Obviously, when you're swinging an axe, you're holding the handle, and to have the handle just kind of come out of your forearm seemed a little bit awkward. Maybe if they had a double-sided axe, it would look a little bit more balanced. Maybe something like this would look a little bit better. If you're not into weapons, you can always just have him with an empty hand, or you can take out the Matrix of Leadership and put it in his hand. There are a couple studs there on the Matrix of Leadership. You can do the iconic Matrix of Leadership pose with Optimus holding it over his head, but I always see that as being more of a Rodimus Prime pose than an Optimus one. We also get this little nameplate that comes with a lot of these 18 and up sets. We have his name, his function as commander, a little quote saying freedom is the right of all sentient beings, and then we have his stats with everything except for speed and firepower being a 10. And that just is a callback to the old Transformers toys where we had all the tech specs right there on the packaging. This is a Transformer, so it's time to do some transforming. Okay, so it looks like the first step is to remove the rocket pack. Since most trucks don't have rocket packs, now his arms are kind of free to go back into that space. Then we have to connect the legs, and there are actually little clips on the inside of his legs so they can snap together. All right, next we need to rotate his hands like so. Lift up on the flaps and bumper so we can freely rotate this guy. Whole midsection just kind of spins around. You can actually spin him 360 degrees. So we need to face him backwards like that. Then we're gonna bend him in half. So we can already see our truck kind of taking shape. We're gonna rotate his head, and then we can tuck this whole thing down. Spin the little tanks on his legs and position his toes downward. Now his arms just go back like this. We turn his arms in, his hands go down. Everything tucks in very nicely. And then we reposition the front of the cab with these flaps and bumper. And then as a final touch, we can remove this little waist design and replace it with the bumper. There's actually a place for you to store the gun. And that just fits in here on top. And then you can just push down the little handle. Boom. So the truck mode looks pretty awesome. Of course, we do have some little gaps here and there, but this is Lego. We should be. The whole thing is pretty sturdy for being just attached by a little Technic rod, but we have all the major details there. And of course, we're gonna need something to power the vehicle, especially since we don't wanna be paying $6 per gallon for gasoline. So they included an Energon Cube. There's actually a fun fact in the instructions that says it takes 1,000 barrels of oil to make one Energon Cube. And just for kicks, here it is next to my highly detailed truck mode, and they did a pretty nice job with all the proportions. The build itself was pretty straightforward. A lot of standard Lego bricks, not very much Technic at all. There were a few stickers, 2 up here on the upper legs. We have both the robot and truck mode bumper pieces, and of course we have the sticker for our nameplate. But we also have some nice printed pieces as well with the Autobot insignia on both arms as well as on the back of the jetpack. And we also have these little arrows on the forearms. All right guys, so that was a look at the new Lego Optimus Prime. I think this is an awesome set. It has something to offer for everybody, whether you're an old Transformer fan like me, or you're just getting into Transformers and you just want a cool robot that transforms into a truck. If you guys want to see some other cool Lego sets that I picked up while I was shopping for this guy, make sure to check it out on the Tube Family channel. And if you guys are into comic books, make sure to check out my channel, DT's Geek Show. I got a few sets to put over there. We got the Iron Man figure as well as a Wolverine. Let me know what you guys think of this guy in the comments down below, and stay tuned. We've got a lot of Lego content coming up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.